conquer and we're going to take some. Is that understood? Yes, sir. That's what we're going to do, sweetheart. We are going to go and get some. All right, people, on the ready line. Are you me? Yeah! Are you me? Yeah! What are you? What are you?
Exceptional Parent Magazine's August back-to-school issue provides tips on preparing students with disabilities for an easier transition from summer vacation back to school. You can read this issue and past archive issues for free by signing up for EP at www.epmagazine.com.
Monotony. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Dull, tedious, just plain boring. But what is this? A contender, perhaps? Something unboring by the looks of it. Jabs right at dull, an uppercut to tedium, something that keeps you on your toes, keeps your head on a swivel, a knockout punch to your old, boring workouts. Welcome to Fight Camp.
Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of Reach Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And with every wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. Two Lives at Once pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, two lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to reachacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's reachacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
Hello and welcome again to Oscar Mike Radio. My name is Travis, Marine Corps veteran and your host. Oscar Mike Radio is co-produced with Sinister One Productions. What's your podcast doing? I want to thank my sponsors, Joyce Asek of Asek Real Estate, Echo 6 Designs, and my supporters, Cason Shaving Company, Exceptional Parent Magazine, and Fight Camp. Be your strongest combination. And speaking of combination, I get like a real interesting, like, hey, I need to talk to you right now kind of show. And when you understand why, it'll really make sense. And it just shows that whether you're in a veteran nonprofit business or a creator like myself, we're all connected. I want to thank my next guest for coming on, Sara Johnson from the organization Mission 22 to Oscar Mike Radio, to talk to me about something that kind of infecting, but affecting you all right now. Let me get that out of the way. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you jumping on here with us, especially so quickly.
No problem, Semper Gumby. Before we get into all this is not really good stuff, but very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Who is Mission 22? What do you all do, and how do you all fit into it?
So Mission 22 is an organization that was founded by my husband. He's a Green Beret, and he had lost a lot of friends to suicide. And so Mission 22 was started with the idea to bring in community into it and community having responsibility. And so with our programs now, what we do is we have our ambassador program, which is about half veterans and half civilians working together across the country to not only create education, but really getting this programs that we have and other organizations that we work with, that public knows about them and really helps them get into them. I think a lot of times it can be daunting. If you Google help support, veterans or their families are looking for help, there's so much out there. So just really kind of helping work with them and get them into the programs that we have, like recovery and resiliency.
And you all have been around for a while, and you have a really good foundation. How did that all come together, Sarah?
So over the last, I think, almost 15
You're
years.
right, yeah.
Yeah, 15 years. So we started out doing large scale memorials to bring back in, 2012 when we started, people weren't talking about veterans taking their lives. The first VA study had just came out. So it wasn't, I think, as well known as it is now. Although maybe it might just be in our circle. I think you know this too. A lot of people still don't know. They don't know what's happening. They don't know the struggles that their, veterans and their families face, or even active duty military. And so, yeah, over the last 15 years, we've really kind of evolved into having programs, teaching veterans, and really working with them on taking the accountability for their healing and giving them the tools that they need so they can do it themselves and take it back to their family. So, families, we know this, they don't just, it's not just the veterans or the military members that's going to go into combat, their whole family is involved. And so same thing when they come back. So families that heal together stay together.
Very, very interesting. And so, were you married to your husband while he was in the Army? Did you meet him there? Were you a military wife?
No, so actually I met him, technically he was still in, but I met him about a month after his last deployment. So he did 3 years of combat in 8 years of service. So obviously was overseas quite a bit. And we met when he had just gotten back from his last deployment, but he still was in for about a half a year after that.
So very curious because sometimes spouses are on the periphery, or in a
Right.
lot of cases, spouses aren't involved at all with things like this. But
Yeah.
that is not the case here. So, with
Really.
everything you could do with your professional life, career, all that good stuff, what prompted you, compelled you to be as involved with your husband's outreach as you are now?
So it's interesting, right? So I didn't know him when he served, but my family has been in the military since the Revolutionary War, really. So long line of military service in my family. So I definitely have a lot of experience with it and a lot of experience with families being in service or being deployed. And so we did talk about it we'd first met. And I think he thought when he just got out that he's just going to get out and he's just going to start his civilian life and it's just going to be great. And now he can laugh about that because that wasn't the case. And so he did struggle. And even with my background, even with my family history, I was completely ill-equipped. I did not know how to help him. I didn't know how to support. I didn't know what I should do, what I shouldn't do. But I did know that he was struggling. And so I got some really great mentors, some really great women that kind of educated me and taught me a lot through their experience on what I could do to help support. And so when he kind of came up with the idea for Elder Heart, which is where we started, that's our organization. So Mission 22 was a campaign to start with, and it just exploded. So that's our DBA now. But I I was in. I love that it created a way for families to get involved, something that you can actionably do. And I think that's the hardest part. It's like, well, what do you do? How do you help? And so I saw the ways that people were excited, and that I hadn't seen, especially in my family, for a long time. It wasn't really talked about.
Yeah.
I've talked to my father more about his service after Mission 22 than I ever did before. So I just saw these conversations that were getting started and how people were just, really storytelling, and it was a beautiful thing. So I was excited. I was definitely happy to be involved.
So 12 years is 2025 now. Well, not 12 years, 2012.
That was
It's
2012, yeah, when we started.
2025 now. So Marine math here, that's, 13 years.
Yep.
You have run the gambit of the nonprofit experience, being that infant nonprofit, trying to grow, trying to be seen as legitimate and
Hmm.
solving that need, and then changing, adapting with the times. Um, one of the things that, just talking with people and being in nonprofit advocacy myself is the aspect of social media.
Yes.
It really flattens things for a lot of nonprofits and helps them in ways that haven't been available in nonprofits before. How has your relationship, we're going to talk about it, right? But what was your
Yeah.
relationship like building with, social media to get the message out there and engage with people?
Well, it really gave us a way when Facebook and had started like groups, for example. It gave us a way for people to be able to talk, to organize before there were these like bigger platforms that they're available now. So our first ambassador group was on Facebook. And so just being able to have that kind of outreach to reach people nationally was huge. And then when they started their nonprofit program and being able to accept donations on Facebook has just been really, really great over the last 5 years. We have challenges and we people do birthday fundraisers and all these kinds of things. So I think it's given people a really easy way to stay involved with nonprofits on something that they're already using. And it's so hard to get people onto a new platform. So them being able to just have that where they already are has been such a great thing for us and for so many other nonprofits.
Well, that's the thing, right? Isn't the challenge now being able to meet the person in need and the donor where they are
Yes.
versus the if you build it, they will come mindset, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. I think necessarily, I think, yeah, exactly what you just said. It's really, really difficult to build it and get them to come. The internet is so big now. There's so much, not necessarily noise, but so many other people out there that it's really difficult to get in front of people. And so, like you said, they're already there. And so it's so much easier to get in front of people, to share with them what we're doing, what our mission is, already what they're doing in their day-to-day lives.
Well, I mean, I don't want to assume with Mission 22, but I do know about some nonprofits and even business owners have gotten their social media so dialed in and so refined that now it's not just a luxury or just oh, you got a Facebook page. That social media is their part of their marketing, part of their PR, and if done right, part of their revenue generation. With certain ways that they can get financial compensation for views, followers, so on and so forth. And
Yeah.
it seemed like, when you looked at veteran nonprofits, Mission 22 was always in the top tranche of those for that reason.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? So this organization was started by my husband and some of his friends that he served with. We have never had a board that's full of people who are on foundations, who own banks, who are have these big organizations in their pocket. And so we got very good at getting our mission out to normal people, right? So we got very good at raising a dollar from a lot of people. Facebook was a big part of that. We're not one of those people who, like we said, have a bunch of foundations that are just writing us checks all the time. And so having, Facebook, having Instagram, having other social media is an integral part of us being able to do what we do. And without it, it would be greatly affected.
Well, speaking of affected, I'm on your Facebook page literally, and I'm like, that's weird. I mean, something's going on. And then the whole template changed. And so Facebook affected or is affecting you now with what you're trying to do, which is kind of why we're talking. What happened? Because it went haywire, it seemed like real fast.
Real fast. So last week, we were hacked, essentially. So I guess so everybody knows too, they're screen sharing. Be very careful, even when you think you know who it is. And so they have programs where if your password is typed and like your I see dots, that they see what you're typing. So our Facebook page was taken live while someone was screen sharing with somebody in a
Wow.
Zoom.
And so you're hacked and you don't have your page anymore.
No, we don't. And they completely took it over. Not only that, but they were able to bypass two-factor
What?
authentication. Yep, no idea how. And removed it from our business suite completely and effectively unadminning everyone automatically. So they not only took it, they didn't hack our like the business side, but they completely removed the Mission 22 page from our Meta business and pulled it to theirs and changed it from a nonprofit to a fan page, and now have been spamming our 277,000 followers, which have dropped. Now there's 70,000, I think, have unfollowed, which is a huge number. That's almost a third. And yeah, I've just been spamming. So anybody who is watching this too, do not click anything they are sharing. We're assuming it's phishing scams or something like that. But you absolutely do not click on anything, any links that this scammer is scamming.
So does Facebook have any support for you right now? Because 200 and when you start getting above 200,000 followers, you're not considered small potatoes anymore in Facebook's eyes. You're a major player. So
Yeah.
they gotta be supporting you, right?
So this is the thing.
Oh, no.
No. Why? I don't know. So we are verified. We have been verified for a long time since the verification program pretty much started. Legally, we have been promised, like as a part of that contract is guaranteed extra support, is guaranteed identity theft protection. Obviously, we own the Mission 22 trademark, and we have been, I have talked to no less than 35 plus people in the last little bit over a week. It took me until 24 hours ago so I think I finally got somebody in the United States on the phone.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's an American company
I,
in California.
yes, I know. I was actually told 2 days ago, they first said it wasn't compromised. We have all the evidence of that it has been taken, that it was removed, that this person is a hacker. And I have an email that's asked if I asked them for it back. And
No,
that's
no,
what their suggestion was. They said it has not been compromised, we have determined, and have you asked for it back?
it just
I,
strikes me as odd because you remember the time about 3, 4 years ago where Facebook would go back 5 years and find one word in a post and shut
yep.
you down.
Yes. And so this is the thing is actually, this is kind of interesting. So you're talking about algorithms earlier. So through this process, I found out they've actually told me that in 2019, Mission 22 is categorized as Meta as a political organization. So I went back and looked at like our algorithms. So Mission 22 was really doubling in size every year as far as likes were concerned. We were growing organically. We didn't run ads. It just was happening. And in 2019, that kind of screeched to a halt. Our views tanked. Our all this stuff happened. Our engagement was horrible. We're like, what is happening? Like we haven't changed. Our following hasn't changed. We know that people still are very supportive. And so it was odd. Um, and it looks like our algorithm was literally being shut down. And then what was even stranger was this last January, all of a sudden our views were skyrocketing. And it was right at the time that Meta had the press conference saying that they were going to stop censoring because censoring got really high. So effectively, over the last 6 years, it looks like we have been classified as a political organization and completely being censored as far as what even the people who follow us said they don't see our stuff as much anymore. So
I can back that up, Sarah.
yeah,
I was doing videos in 2018 and 2019, and I would get 8,000, 12,000 views of video like we're doing now.
right.
And now I have to work to get 1,000 views. And they've been, no, we're not doing anything to you. And now this year I'm starting to trend back up.
Weird how that's worked.
Just strange.
Yeah, and with a following like yours, like you have a huge following. So the fact that you're trying to fight for 1,000 views is wild, right? Like that makes no sense. Even just simple math of algorithms that is clearly being throttled back, right?
Well, the thing is, and for you and for me in this space, I've tried to tell people, look, when the minute you sit there and tell an engine that you're a veteran, military, PTSD, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, the algorithms these platforms have treat you very differently.
Yeah,
And
they
people
do.
don't believe me. And here we're seeing it. So,
Yeah.
and it's just huge. You lose you go back to a third of your viewership it's like you're starting all over again, right, Sarah?
Yeah. So honestly, yeah, exactly. It's gonna greatly affect what we do. It's so important to be able to get the falling back. That being said, I am not super confident that I'm going to be able to get anyone from Meta proper on any meaningful support whatsoever, because so far it's been over a week and I've had to redo cases over and over. And I've been told a number of times that it's not nothing's wrong, which like every single post, like clearly it is wrong. We know that it's wrong. Anybody who follows us knows that it's wrong. So it's ridiculous because you and I know on the back, I mean, it's technology. I know for sure that if they got, you know, not us, but like if they got subpoenaed or something, that they would give it. Like it's all there. We know that they can see it. So I'm not sure why they keep saying that
Well,
it's not been taken when it has.
I've gone back and watched some of Mark Zuckerberg's, testimony in front of Congress, and to your point, if he got cold on the carpet for this, you would be restored within minutes.
Minutes. I know they can. It's a button. I know they can see historically it being taken, that you can see there's a trail on everything. We all know this with technology. Nothing is deleted. Nothing is gone forever. There's no way to just like wipe something out like this. So
Right.
what we're at, like, hey, we want it back and we want you to restore it. I know the exact time because we actually got a notification. Essentially, this person added themselves somehow to our business suite. I have the email notification from Meta saying that this guy added himself. I have his name, I have his IP address, I have the email address that he used. And that alone shows that it was our account. So it's pretty shocking, honestly, that there's been nothing on top of being verified, on top of still having our
Because you
verified.
pay for that verification, right?
We do. And the whole reason, the whole thing is like, hey, pay for verification and you'll get extra support and identity theft protection, which is not true. And 100% of the people that I talked to in the first week were overseas. All of them were contractors. The majority of them did not even hardly speak English. Um, and clearly were not even reading what I sent them.
Before we get into anything else,
Mhm.
just for the viewers and everybody out there, how does this negatively impact Mission 22?
Oh gosh, in so many ways.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but
yeah, we're running a big so Mission 22 CrossFit WOD is a huge partnership right now, which is with American Airlines and Born Primitive and these really big partnerships that we've got going, and being able to be tagged by gyms is huge. And being able to not share content or to get the public involved at all is huge. On top of the fact that challenges, which so many people have done over the last years, we have, I mean, this is a pretty clear way to say it. In the last, let's see, 3 years, we've probably raised over $1 million in donations alone, just off of Facebook. That's from the public. That's the public is doing that. They're the ones getting involved. They're the ones creating fundraisers and joining challenges. And they can't do that without us having a page, without having a way to take donations. So, yeah, it's really big.
how can we, fellow veterans, people who care about America and the military and, other veterans suffering with PTSD, help you all at this point in time? Because, you know, in one view, it's like, well, phew, that's not me. It's not my problem. I don't have to worry about it. But I try to tell people, hey, look, if they can
Yeah.
do this to you, they can do this to anybody.
Yep.
And we can make change right now. How can we help you, Sarah?
So we have started a backup page. The verified one we have, you can search Mission 22, it'll come up. It has a red logo. It's a circle logo. It's linked through our Instagram as well. And so we're getting ready to start a campaign essentially where we're going to challenge everybody to get 22 people to like our new page. And we're going to try and rebuild it. I'm not going to count on the fact that Meta is going to do anything, even though they should, even though I am appalled, honestly, by the way that they have done nothing, that this could happen, like you said, to an organization who has been supporting people for so long, that this is an integral part of what we do. So um, I think with the military, I think you guys, I think so much it's often, well, and fine, we'll do it ourselves. And so we're asking the people who support us to help us do that. Like, well, let's
So
just rebuild it then.
I'm seeing a red logo
Yep.
that says Mission 22. Mission 22 official backup page, Stay
That's
Connected, this is it.
Yep, that's it.
And you have 1,000 followers on this page.
Yes, we do.
Okay, I mean, no mountain is too high. It's just a challenge. We got to start somewhere, and and I want to do this, but I am hitting like right now. So we'll get the word out about this.
We appreciate it so much, and that's all right now. That's what we can do, right? We're not going to quit. We're not going to let anybody that's not going to stop us. We're still going to do our programs. We have such amazing outcomes with recovery and resiliency and with our coaching program that we recently launched. So, we, just have these really great outcomes with our programs that we've launched. And so this isn't going to stop us. The algorithm getting knocked back in 2019 didn't stop us. So we have an amazing supportive group. We have a great community, and we love what we do. And so that, some little hacker in overseas isn't going to take us down.
Well, I have your page here. I will have that link to your now. Just let me clarify something. They got access to your Facebook page, but not your Instagram. And the reason I'm kind of curious about that is the Instagram and Facebook are almost one platform now.
Yeah, so we had done something, and I'm so glad we did. On the back end, there is a way where you can connect them where they're almost like one account.
Right.
We did not do that.
Wow.
So I wanted a fail-safe where I thought that always seemed kind of like a bad idea. And so our marketing team, like a long time ago, was like, oh, we can connect them on this way. And I was like, I feel like we should keep them separated just a little bit. So they were not connected as one asset. And I highly recommend that anybody that has business, Meta, Facebook, keep them separate. I know it's kind of a pain because you can't, the messaging isn't connected on the back end. It's worth it. And that's why we still have our verified Instagram. So he wasn't able to take it because it wasn't connected in the same way the other one was.
Well, I mean, Mark, Mr. Zuckerberg, you sit there and say you're for us. We jump through the hoops. What's going on? I mean, you've got your nice place out there in Hawaii. You're building all this AI back end.
Yep.
You got to be in the here and now, Mr. Zuckerberg. You can fix this in 5 minutes, please.
I know. Yeah, we just love somebody in the U.S. to have some actual support and to at least read what we've sent them, because regardless of all that, we own the trademark. So,
well, that's another thing, right? Good. Thank God for that.
Yeah, exactly. So either way, it's our name. So we'd like them to not be scamming people at the minimum.
Well, Sarah, I know you've got a full load of work ahead of you and talking with people, getting the word out there. Thank you for reaching out to me, and look, tag early and often. Let's get some eyeballs on this and help you out. Well, thank you for talking with me.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's so important right now, especially to get the word out. So thank you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have the authorized links to Mission 22 in the Ask Mike Radio show post. You can help out very easily by tagging Mr. Zuckerberg in this, and let's get a positive outcome for this team doing amazing things for veterans. Sarah, thanks again. As we say in Ask Mike Radio, we are mission flight. We'll talk to you next time.
The biggest fear Gold Star families have that their child will be forgotten.
We need to never forget freedom wasn't free.
It's the fact that they give us the life we have now. We should remember them and give thanks to them.
If I can be a part of something today that's going to make the surviving family of any of these veterans, these heroes, feel better tomorrow, then it's worth it.
That one wreath symbolizes one family that was able to smile because of the generous donations.
To sponsor a wreath and honor a veteran, visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
Thank you for listening and watching Oscar Mike Radio, where our active duty service members and veterans are in action and the mission is in flight. Oscar Mike Radio is an oversized load co-Sinista One production. If you are a veteran or know a veteran who needs help, please dial 988 and press 1 for the Veterans Crisis Line.